Hey, what's up, everybody? BDL 44 coming at you with another video. 116-102 was the score in Inglewood, Intuit Dome against the Clippers. Clippers won 102 points. I really appreciate everybody who watches me, who pays attention to what it is I do. This is a real passion of mine, man. So when I say people gonna start listening to me, I do appreciate that you already have been. People gonna start listening to me. We can't score. Our defense is trash, but our defense was never really consistent. But at least we can count on ourselves being offensively strong. We had some upside with our offense. We could put up 115, 120 points. Right now, the Lakers can barely score 103 points. The Heat was the game we had 117 points. If you look at every other game besides that, look at the Rockets, we scored 115 points. Okay, that's fine too. But 97, 102, 102, 102. It's what we're scoring. It's what we're scoring every game these days, man. We can't score. We can't score. Anthony Davis had 16 points, 3 blocks, 1 steal, 3 assists, 10 rebounds on 5 of 14 shooting. I can't tell you how many jump shots he missed, man. I can't even tell you. Big ones too. Ones that would have cut us to 9. I mean, gotta give credit to the Lakers in the third quarter. We did have a hell of a run. Yeah, near the end of the third quarter, we went on like a 12-0 run, but then we started bricking shots, and they kept making them, and it just sent us right back into a space where we couldn't get close. Rui had 19 points. He attempted 14 shots. I love that. I didn't like how he played in the first half, driving at the rim towards Zubac, as we talked about at the halftime break. But the point is, we're starting to get the understanding that he needs more attempts, and we're giving them to him, and I like that for us. 9 of 14. The efficiency is there. So that's a recipe for good things. Even though we couldn't get the victory, overall those stats look great to me. Bron had 25, 3 steals, 1 block, 11 assists, 5 rebounds on 9 of 20 shooting, 2 of 6 from the 3-point line, a -3, 5 turnovers really hurt. But the King had some embarrassing moments tonight. He missed some layups. He airballed a free throw. So even though his stat line looks really good for the most part, the 5 turnovers are a problem for me. The efficiency wasn't horrible. He missed 11 shots, 9 of 20, 2 of 6 from behind the arc. None of that looks bad. But he had some moments that you don't associate with LeBron out there missing layups like crazy and stuff like that. Tough night. Austin Reeves, how's the knee, dude? Forget all the stats. How's the knee? He came down, jammed the knee a little bit in the fourth quarter, went out. We didn't see him again. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. At this point, we have no answers. But 14 points, 5 turnovers, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, 4 of 6 shooting, 2 of 4 from behind the arc. Only 6 attempts. I know the defense was crowding him out. I'm pretty sure there's a technical reason why he only attempted 6 shots. Lord knows Austin wants to attempt more shots than that. But however it went, he didn't attempt enough shots. However, whatever, it didn't work. Max Christie, 4-7 from the field, 2 of 4 from behind the arc. I like his attempts, like his shooting there. 10 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound, 1 block, 1 turnover, -23. It would have been great if he could have got more attempts on a night where he's shooting pretty well. But what can I say, man? Laker bench, what we got? 18 points from our bench in total. 4 points from Hayes, 1 steal, 2 assists, 2 rebounds in 13 minutes. That's pretty good production for Hayes in 13 minutes. Dorian Finney-Smith, 0 of 3 from the field, 0 of 3 from behind the arc, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 rebound. Gabe Vincent had 4 points, 1 assist in 23 minutes. I needed more from Gabe. I mean, 2 of 5 from the field, 0 of 3 from behind the arc. We got Cardi G performance tonight. And Dalton Knecht, 3 of 4 from the field, 2 of 3 from behind the arc, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Finally, a good shooting night from Dalton. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Hopefully that can jumpstart him into being better. Tonight you probably give him more minutes when he's shooting as well as he did. It was good to see some shots fall because he's been just in a very bad bad slump for an extended period of time. So this was by far the best game he's had in the weeks, and it was only 16 minutes of play. So hopefully he can earn with this production more minutes. But if something's wrong with Austin, you best believe he's gonna have more minutes. So yeah, this was a tough game to watch. Like I said, in the third quarter, they really did put together a nice run that kind of softens the blow as it pertains to my frustration. I really liked the fight that we showed. But, we ran into a really tough defensive team. Give credit to the Clippers. They're a fantastic defensive team that catered to some of what went wrong out there. Them scheming well, crowding us out, throwing people at us in different ways, double teaming smart, coming off our weak side, stealing the ball, stuff like that. They did a great job. I hate them with all my heart, but I can't front. They did beat us tonight. Kawhi Leonard had 9 of 13 from the field, 19 points, 1 steal, 4 assists, 1 board, 24 minutes, so they still got him on minutes restriction. Derrick Jones Jr., 9 points, 2 steals, 4 rebounds, 4 of 9 from the field, 1 of 4 from behind the arc. Zubac, 21 points, 19 boards, 8 of them offensive rebounds. 3 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks. I'm having a hard time not giving him an all-star nod, you guys. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Zubac deserves to be in the all-star game. I know that sounds kind of weird. Like, I don't think he'll make the all-star team. It's too tough. But the numbers that he's putting up right now, coupled with how well his team is playing, the way they've been blowing people out this week, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets player of the week or something like that. The way he's been rebounding and scoring and blocking and all, he's playing his best basketball right now. He just is. So shout out to Zuby, man. I'm still very angry that we traded you to the Clippers of all teams, and this is what he turned into. Everything we needed him to be. Crowd favorite too. We absolutely love Zubac. It's a damn shame. James Harden, 21 points, 12 assists, 4 rebounds, 5 turnovers. James Harden's having a really good season with the Clippers, man. The usage is there. The minutes, 40 minutes on the night. 7 of 19 from the field is not great, but 4 of 9 from behind the arc works well for his team. And he looked great out there. Norman Powell, 9 of 17 from the field. 2 of 8 from behind the arc. Didn't really hit the 3-ball like that, but 22 points, 3 steals, which was big. He was big on the defensive end tonight. 1 assist and 4 rebounds for Norman Powell, man. Very underrated. Very, very underrated player. Nicholas Batum came off the bench. 2 of 2 from behind the arc, 2 of 3 from the field, 6 points, 2 steals, 1 assist, 3 boards. Amir Coffey had a hell of a jam down there. He really dunked the ball pretty hard. 6 points, 1 steal, 1 assist, 3 of 3. And Kevin Porter Jr., 3 of 6 from the field, 8 points, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. That was the production for the opponent, man. Chris Dunn came in 0-2, got two assists and 1 board. Mo Bamba also came in and got 3 points, 2 rebounds, that was about it. 3 points, 2 rebounds. So that's how that went, man. The Lakers are sad. We're just sad, man. We really butchered our team. That's really what it comes down to. Rob Pelinka butchered our team. We had a nice little thing going. The team wasn't great. We had some issues here and there, but he removed the wrong piece and then brought in another guy that you got to be happy with regardless if he gets any stats or not, in the midst of a bunch of players that you'd be happy if they get any stats or not. It's just not good. It's not good. I don't need Dorian Finney-Smith. Can I be the only person that says that on the internet? I don't need 1 steal, 3 assists, 1 board, fam. I don't need that. I need what D'Lo does. I don't need this. Okay? Like, let's rip the Band-Aid off. I don't need that. That's not a requirement for this team to get where we want to go. If he's supposed to be some amazing defender, where's that? He ain't boarding. He ain't hitting shots. He ain't doing nothing. And I keep telling people this. I'm not trying to say I don't like Dorian Finney-Smith. I just think he's washed. That's all. If we got Dorian from 4 years ago when he played for the Dallas Mavericks, corner 3-point shooter, excellent defensive player, wiry, all over the place, that's a great player. This is not who we got. This is a player over the hump, over the hill, y'all. And I told us that weeks before we acquired him. And now look what we got, man. Player assessment. How many times do I have to preach this on my channel? I've been preaching this for years. Making sure that who you bring to your team can actually do the things that you think they can do. Not bringing them in today thinking they can be who they were yesterday. This is not the time to be having this problem, Rob Pelinka. You did that stupid stuff with Gabe Vincent. And now you did it again with Dorian Finney-Smith. I'm done with this. I'm done with you, man. This is garbage. You made my team worse. We suck, and it shows. We can't score no more than 102 points. And you removed D'Angelo Russell for all the problems that D'Angelo had and didn't give me anybody who can do the things D'Angelo does. And my team has sucked the way I told us we would as soon as we made the trade. I told everybody what was coming, and it is coming to pass. We cannot score the ball, man. And you brought us a bunch of defensive players, and we can't defend either. You butchered the squad, man. All it takes is removing certain pieces from a unit to ruin it, man. I promise you, it ain't that deep. You remove it's just like a game of Jenga. You remove the wrong piece, the whole thing falls apart. We removed the wrong piece. And I told people, you need a facilitator out there. I don't give a damn what LeBron James has told everybody he can do with the assists. 11 assists tonight, we still didn't do much. How many assists we have as a team? 26. Not enough. I told people the magic number is 30. 26 ain't enough. You're not going to beat a team with that type of production. Passing the rock around is not enough, man. You have too many players relying on the ball coming their way in order to score. Austin only getting 3 assists? Nah, bro. Max only got 1. Rui got 1. AD got 3. Dorian got 3. Hayes got 2. Nobody's getting the ball to anybody but LeBron James. And he had to turn the ball over 5 times to do it on a night where we can't get any damn offensive rebounds. Did we end the game with 3 offensive rebounds? I'd be pleased if we got 3 offensive rebounds in total. We had 5. I'm pleased. That's how bad we rebounded the ball tonight. 33 boards to their 38. They had 11 offensive rebounds. 8 of them obviously went to Zubac, as we already said. Nah, man. 17 turnovers, 21 points off them turnovers. Nah, man. Nah. They had 13, and we got 16 points off that, which I'm pleased with. But 6 steals, 6 blocks. That's cool production defensively, but they had 12 steals, 4 blocks. So we only had 5 unforced turnovers. 12 of the 17 turnovers were actually the stellar defense of the LA Clippers, stifling us to hell, man. But I'm telling y'all, bro, I know what the problem is. The problem is our offense. Defensively, we can still win games when we suck defensively. See, that's where I think I part ways with a lot of the talking heads. I respect defense a lot. I want us to be good defensively. I'm not foregoing offense for defense in 2025. It doesn't make any sense to me. I think the more important side of the ball is actually the scoring side of the ball. Now, that doesn't mean you can be horrible defensively and expect to win anything, but you definitely cannot win anything if you cannot score the ball in this era. Okay? My respect for defense is high, but it's not what it used to be. It's not. You can't win this way. You can't. You can't keep bringing me defensive players and punting the offensive side of the ball. It's not the league for that. If this was 1995, yeah, you can do that. In 2025, no, you cannot. And that's the problem with the Lakers right now. We keep punting. So, oh man, we need defense. We need defense. We feed defense. You can't score. You cannot score, fam. If you can find a way to keep other teams well below the average mark of points, then maybe you can get away with having an elite defense and not being able to score anything. But if you have a good defense and you can't score, you're still getting beat. Because offenses are too good for that in this league right now, especially the elite teams. They shoot too many threes. So you run up against a Clipper team that's a stellar defensive team who doesn't have any problem scoring the ball, and this is what you're getting. 116 to 102. I'm just thinking the philosophy is all messed up. I think a lot of it's the pressure that fans and talking heads are putting on the team to make certain decisions. Just do this, just do this, just do this. Okay, and they do something, but they do the wrong thing. And this is what we've been worried about for years. We've been talking about this for literally like 2 or 3 years. We're like, I don't want to trade picks, and I want us to player assess properly, and I want us to value our young players. We were doing so well until we entered this season. And all of a sudden, it's like all of the principles we had about bringing ourselves young talent, developing that talent, and all these things just went out the window, and we decided to just bring ourselves a bunch of role-playing centers and like wash dudes. And it's like, why are we headed down this path, man? We were doing so well. All you had to do was call Quincy up, play Max Lewis a little more, play Max Christie last year so we'd be a little further on. Like, we didn't have to do some of the stuff that we've done. Keep Scottie Pippen around. I mean, you talk about needing assists. This dude would walk away with a triple-double playing for the damn Memphis Grizzlies. You think he couldn't do that for you? And now you have problems with facilitating and all of that. Our team is trash, y'all. Okay? We've had issues in the past. Bad coaching, circumstances where we just didn't have enough, kept losing the same team, one-way players, all of that. This is the first time where I can legitimately say we suck and mean it. I didn't think we sucked in those situations. I think we were poorly utilized. I thought we weren't good enough to win a championship. I thought a lot of things. But at this point, now I just look at the roster and say, that guy sucks, that guy sucks, that guy sucks, that guy sucks. And more than half of them suck. And this is the problem. This is why I made the rant I made earlier. Because we don't have just an issue with a few players here and there. No, half of our team is trash. Like, literally. When you look at some of these names, you're like, yo, these guys, nah, fam, they can't play. And that is the concern I have right now. And it extenuates all of the average players that are reliable players on our team, like Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves and Max Christie, to play better. They're not world beaters, but they're forced to be more reliable than maybe they can be because the rest of the roster is awful. And that is why I'm mad at Rob Pelinka. Because we didn't have that even coming into this season. But right now, I'm looking at a bunch of stuff that can't play, bro. Literally. Guys can't play. Trey Jemison, Shake Milton. Now Cam Reddish not being great is even worse. Now Gabe Vincent not being great is even worse. Bronny James barely getting 2 minutes most of the time in the G League. Koloko. He would be fine if everybody else was good. But now he's in the trash conversation because he can't play either in comparison to what the rest of the field looks like in the NBA. Jackson Hayes, he trashed. Dorian Finney-Smith, washed. Now Max Christie not being a world beater is a problem. Now Austin Reeves not being an all-star is a problem. Now Rui Hachimura and all the stuff that he does wrong is a problem. And then I got Bron and AD. That's it. I got Vanderbilt coming back. One-way player, can't score worth a lick. I got Christian Wood coming back. One-way player, can't defend worth a lick. You see what's going on here? The team sucks. That's where we at. That's where we at, man. And you keep letting the good stuff that potentially could be better go. All the stuff that I thought the young players, they were good role players someday. None of them going to be all-stars, but good role players someday, they all gone. Jalen Hood-Schifino, you can't wait to get rid of him. Max Lewis, gone. Quincy Olivari, gone. And then all the names that came before that. All the young players, the Pippins and all the guys that play for the Memphis Grizzlies. Half the damn Memphis Grizzlies are the old Lakers, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. We have a talent issue now. It wasn't like this when we started the season because you had so many young players that you could see potentially getting better. Full on the roster. So if something goes wrong, you got a young guy that's going to potentially play so much better if he just gets enough reps and he could be a guy someday and all that stuff. We just got rid of every last bit of it. And we left ourselves role players, guys that should be in China, guys that should be on the back of a bad team. We got a bunch of that crap and we're asking it to make up our bench. That's why I'm worried. It ain't got nothing to do with this basketball game, just like it didn't have anything to do with the last 2 wins. I'm looking at this roster and I'm saying most of it is crap that needs to be out of the league, let alone not on my team. These dudes need to be elsewhere. China, Israel, they need to be anywhere playing basketball but here. Literally. And that's the problem with the Los Angeles Lakers right now. So I'm telling y'all, man, we got issues. It's not getting better. This is not something you can fix by rah-rah conversations at the locker room or LeBron James, being more efficient or Anthony Davis blocking more shots and rebound. No, this is not. No. The stuff that surrounds them is not good enough to even win in this league right now. And we have a huge talent issue and no assets to improve it. The best thing, and I mean the best thing we can do, is some type of trade that gets the trash out and then signing players in the buyout market and in free agency that are just better basketball players. You get you a Lonnie Walker. You get yourself a Markelle Fultz. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody gets bought out somewhere around the road that is good, you have to be the team that lands them. That's what we need to. We have to get some of this trash out of here, man. Seriously, I can't have too many bad players at once. A couple of them in a nutshell is fine. Put them all together is a problem. Isn't this a deja vu moment for me, man? Didn't we say something like this last year about our team? In a different conversation where it's like some of this stuff in a nutshell is fine, but if you put it all together to make it rely upon itself, it's a problem. This is the main crux of the weakness of our player, our team building, in my opinion. There's a huge weakness of this front office. They're not able to foresee when they're putting too much that shouldn't be with one another together, man. And we said this about 2 years ago, and we're saying it now. This is the problem with having these same people build in the rebuild. They're really bad at this particular thing, man. They don't get, hey, this player is fine, but not next to that player. This player is fine, but if he got those 5 players on the team, his deficiencies are more glaring. This is something that they're not able to really build without this being a problem. And it shows, man. Rob Pelinka, that's where your weakness is for me, man. You have no problem saying, okay, this player can be helpful. But he's helpful if the rest of the stuff is like really, really solid. If you keep picking up guys that are helpful but have severe weaknesses, when you put them all together, it's just a bad team. And so that is what it is, man. It's almost like he's picking players as if he has some great team to bring them to. And all the team needs is what they specifically are good at, and then the team will be good. But if you pick everybody with that mentality, you're going to have a bunch of garbage. And that is exactly what we have going on here. We have a bad roster with bad players. And that is what I see here, man. That's what I see here. Too much trash. Too much. So that's really where I'm at, man. I think our team is lacking in talent in a way that we haven't had in a very long time, man. When I say a very long time have we had this much garbage on one team, bro. So, I don't know, man. I mean, we could talk about the X's and O's of this basketball game. I'm sure I've run through the stats already. But, we got bigger fish to fry than just one basketball loss. This roster is going to accrue a lot of losses over the next several weeks. It's gonna get bad, man. The bottom is gonna drop out of this thing. And at this point, if by what I'm looking at as it pertains to the roster itself, I don't know that we make the playoffs at all. I'm just being honest. I don't see this team being 500 to end the season from here. I'll be very surprised if we're above 500 if we start it right now. And end the season for the last, what is it going to be, 40 plus games? I don't think we win 20 of those 40 something games with this roster. It just sucks, bro. It ain't deeper than that. And y'all can hear how serious I am when I say this. I don't think we'll win 20 games from here. I really don't. So that's what I gotta say, man. I'm highly disappointed in not necessarily this game. I thought the fight was fine. I thought we showed a lot of fight, but this team is not good, man. And that's really what I have to say. And the players that we're getting back are just more of the same. That's what I'm saying. If we get healthy, now we got a bunch of individuals, some of one-way players. I already painted a picture for you. Even when those guys come back, this ain't good. So, yeah, Genie, Some things, all it takes is a few bad moves to take a decent team and turn it trash, man. And that is exactly what we have here. Lost to the Clippers. You got the Washington Wizards. I'm sure you'll win that game. Tuesday, you'll win. You'll beat Wizards. But you got Boston after that. Golden State after that. Charlotte, you should probably win that game in Charlotte. Even though they have a center there that could really hurt us in Mark Williams. You got Philadelphia. Washington. So you feel good about the next 6 games. You can probably go 3-3 at the very least in the next 6 games. After that, you got New York, Clippers, Golden State, Indy, who's better than us right now. 2 games against Utah, which is going to be tiresome, given how that thing is set up. But the good thing is I was wrong. I thought it was one day you play Utah and then you have to play them the next day. You get a day in between that. So that's the good thing is I'm looking at that. I was dead wrong about that Utah schedule unless they've changed it. I thought it was a back-to-back. But whatever, it seems like we have a day in between to rest. So I guess that's a good thing given the fact that we have to fly to Utah for the next game. So all this time, I just have to assume I was wrong about that. Then we play Charlotte again, Portland. So you should get 2 wins there if you take care of business. Then you got Denver. You definitely not beating Denver. Dallas, probably not beating Dallas. Minnesota, you ain't beating Minnesota. Clippers, if they play like they did tonight, you're not beating them. New Orleans, that's a wild card because they're much more talented in their record, obviously, but they're probably tanking. New York probably ain't beating them. Boston probably ain't beating them. Brooklyn, you'd like to think you can beat. Milwaukee, probably not. Denver, hell no. Phoenix, I don't think so. Milwaukee, hell no. Denver, probably not. You see how many losses we're probably going to occur in a short span of time? Chicago, you should probably beat them. Orlando, I don't know. Indy, I don't know. Chicago, again. Memphis, probably be a loss. Houston, Golden State. New Orleans, and then you got 2 games against OKC, and you got to play Dallas after that, and you got Houston after that. Then you end the season with Portland. I'm telling you, I don't think we're going to make the playoffs. I don't think so. I see more teams better than us than I see teams that are not. And the flurry that we have in front of us is probably the easiest flurry, and it has Boston and Golden State attached to it. If we don't find a way to get better, this is going to be a really, really bad stretch for the Los Angeles Lakers, man. And so I'm painting the picture now. I'm not going to be surprised if it goes bad. I actually be surprised if it goes well, to be honest with you. It just doesn't look good. These teams are better than us. It didn't have to be this way. Sometimes the best move is to do nothing at all, man. And not listen to all these talking heads telling you got to do this, and this, and how about that guy, how about that guy, how about that guy. None of them know what the hell they're talking about 9 out of 10 times. I'm telling you, I'm listening to these people, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. They don't. They think this is yesteryear with certain talent. They think certain things can be lived without. Oh, we don't need a facilitator. Just give me a center who can block a shot and rebound. We're going to win. No, you're not. You're not. I promise you're not. I've been studying this game for 30 years pretty much. You're not. You're going to need connective pieces that move the ball around. You're going to need bench players that can do a lot of different things. You're going to need players that can do those things if the players that you're using to do those things go down. You don't have it. You got a bunch of individuals and a bunch of hopefuls and a bunch of players who can't do nothing at all in a lot of cases. You don't have talent. You're not Walker Kessler and Bruce Brown away from a championship. You're not. BDL 44. I thank you all for watching. I'm out.